Aloha mai kako. A come on by the curtain call, a program of reviews, previews, interviews, and features of and or with the great art and artists on Maui and beyond. I'm Paul James Brown. For the first time in 17 months, I got on a plane and left the island, albeit the journey was brief, over to Honolulu and back to take in the Beyond Van Gogh exhibit at the Hawaii Convention Center, the Ho'opuka to emerge the Love of Hula at the Downtown Art Center, and finally over to Nālama Kukui Lifestyle and Design Center to see our own Andrew Binkley's work as part of Art in the Atrium. And I got back to the airport at 3:30, changed my 9 p.m. flight for $30, and was back home at 7. Hawaiian Airlines recommended I arrive 3 hours before my flight. That would have meant at 5:30 a.m. I got to the airport around 6, got through security in 25 minutes, so I had a 2-hour wait before we left, right on time, mind you. The rental car situation is just as bad there than it is here, so I opted for the bus, which, because I am a senior, cost $1, and dropped me a nice 8-minute stroll up to the convention center. On the way, I encountered street art. This anonymous fantasy was on a traffic control box right next to the convention center. I arrived at the center 45 minutes prior to my 11 o'clock ticket. They do not let you in before your time. Due to the COVID surge, they screen you for fever when you arrive, and then you need to produce your vaccination card or a recent, within 48 hours, negative COVID test results in order to gain admission. Everyone is masked indoors over there. If you arrive early, go to the lunch counter and get the pineapple bread and lemonade. They give you 3 pieces for a total of $5.75. I thought it might be too much, but once I bit into it, I realized it was not enough. Texture, flavor, and savoriness could not be beaten. The lemonade was tasty too. By the way, you do not need ice. The first gallery is a series of panels with quotes from Vincent to his brother and patron Theo, as well as historical background. These quotes are mounted on portions of paintings by Vincent. We learn he signed his paintings with just his first name because he thought pronouncing his surname was too difficult. They tell us about his numerous occupational failures, from art dealer to preacher, and set the stage for what is to come in the third gallery. The second gallery has animations that cover the floors and walls, but it is really a non-gallery, just a pass-through to the real show. This is a huge space and presents about a 35-minute loop of stupendous projection and animated genius, where Vincent's work is revealed in every way possible. We see line drawings become paintings before our eyes. Self-portraits blink, birds fly. Windmills turn. Fields blow in unfelt wind. We get amazing close-ups of Vincent's techniques and huge blow-ups of his most famous works, and works that most people will be seeing for the first time. Selected quotes from Vincent's letters to his brother Theo are used to introduce each segment to set the tone of the work. Also, quotes from one of contemporary art's most well-known voices, David Hockney, are used to introduce segments. The only thing that could be improved in this exhibit would be a program so the viewers can learn about Vincent's unfamiliar works and can know the people responsible for the creation of this amazing show. I was told by the clerk at the counter in the gift shop the credits were on the website, but when I went to it, there were no credits, and the contact site didn't respond before my deadline. Regrettably, I do not know who they are. Also, they should get rid of the Simon & Garfunkel's All Come to Look for America under Vincent's work. It makes no sense. And why play Starry, Starry Night under animations of his signature and not under one of his most famous paintings? Finally, They really need more seats. I counted only 8 chairs in this huge gallery, and all of them occupied by millennials and Gen Xers. What's up with that? The Beyond Van Gogh exhibit has been extended until September 26th. Go to www.vangoghonolulu.com for tickets and information. It's not an inexpensive experience to fly over there and see this show, but couple it with a visit to the Downtown Art Center in Chinatown, a trip to the State Museum, or take a look at the art in the atrium of our own Andrew Binkley. After seeing the show twice, I crossed the street where I took a 9 bus into Chinatown. It left me off a block and a half away from the Downtown Art Center, where the Ho'opuka to Emerge the Love of Hula exhibit is up until August 28th. Unfortunately, they strictly prohibit photography, and so I cannot do a review. But I did discover the work of Lauren Okuna, whose abstracts of hula were completely unique. She was able to capture not only the movement of hula, but also the rhythm and the music. Here are a few examples of her work that is on display from her website, so you can see what I mean. For many, abstract art is something anyone can do, but nothing could be further from the truth. Only a trained artist can produce real works of art in any media. Abstraction is the act of extreme artistic expression, where an artist is reacting emotionally, not mechanically, and attempting to visualize a feeling. Finally, our own Andrew Binkley has left home to become an internationally known multimedia artist and an ordained Buddhist monk. He has 3 pieces at the atrium of the Nalama Kukui Lifestyle and Design Center. The first is Cloud Water.
Portals.
Full disclosure, this work is on cloth and is 68 by 80. It will soon be my bedspread. In this piece, Mr. Binkley has simply and clearly demonstrated the relationship between the sky and the water. They are one and the same, seemingly occupying different spaces and forms. In Stone Cloud, an image Mr. Binkley has explored in many media, we see the amalgamation of 2 disparate elements. He images a stone floating on a cloud. It causes one to ponder how lightness and heaviness can coexist, how one can deal with the other. If we were able to reconcile them, how many of those things that bring us down can float away like a puff of smoke or a cloud? In Portals, Mr. Binkley gives us a dozen photos of children playing with plastic inflatable colorful tubes. Nice pictures, fun and playful. But to the artist, according to his statement, quote, he sees a reflection on the stages of transformation one crosses through towards the experience of floating and drifting that comes from letting go. Through this interdisciplinary approach, the inner tube is seen not only as an object of play and pleasure, but also acts as a gateway one can enter into towards a state of freedom and ease, a portal filled with breath, holding a sense of security and being safely embraced on the thin edge of the vast sky and sea, unquote. If you get over to Oahu before September 1st, head on over to 560 North Nimitz Highway and experience this work for yourself. Mr. Binkley's ability to present profound, complex ideas about our existence and its meaning in simple forms is the essence of Zen Buddhism. Well, that's Curtain Call for this week. Mahalo for joining me. I'm Paul James Brown. Ahui ho.